you had the idea, I want to open like a vending spot, and you put it as a goal back then, like a year and a half ago?
No, not really. Yeah, I'm first year studying master's degrees in both business innovation and management, and also green economy and business models.
Just one final words about like Mentor the Young, the program itself.
There was a book that she advised me to read and helped me a lot.
You can mention it now. If you
I
want.
can mention it now. Yeah, it's the.
Hello and welcome to Ups and Downs, the podcast that shares successful and not that successful stories from the entrepreneurial world of the Nordic countries. Apparently, today we're here in Plovdiv, Bulgaria, in my home city, and we have a special guest today. He's a family member of mine and an inspiration also. And let me introduce you to Ivaylo Rusinov. Welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
How do you feel today?
I feel great and really inspired, grateful for the opportunity to invite me here. Really hope that it's not only our brother connection, but you also find my story inspiring, or a few words that I could say and resonate with your audience. So yeah, thank you for having me here. I feel great.
Great. So, do you mind presenting yourself briefly?
Yeah, sure. My name is Ivaylo. I'm 23 now, and I'm in university, also a full-time student. And regarding the topic we are here, I'm a business owner, if I can say so.
Owner, okay.
That yeah, I've just started an endeavor for 3 vending machines, opening a little vending machine shop here in Plovdiv, Bulgaria, and it's currently operational for a month. So yeah, it's going good so far, to the point that I haven't even put the advertisement outside. What else can I say that sounds interesting? Yeah, regarding the university, yeah, I'm first year studying master's degrees in both business innovation and management, and also green economy and business models. And actually, I'm not really invested in university. I'm just keeping this pace, this momentum of my bachelor's degree, and taking enough responsibilities, and combining work, university, mentorship programs, business events, and etc. So yeah.
And how do you manage to handle full-time work, 2 master's degree at the same time, and also like now running a business on the side?
Yep, that's a good question, and to be honest, there is no one single time solution that I can mention, but for sure, you have to draw a kind of roadmap of your schedule, that there should be certain things that hold you going the line, and then the others, something can arise, something can fall out from your schedule, but there are certain things that should not change, and they should pull you when there are moments of, I don't know, sadness, maybe signs of burnout, and etc. For me, I have found that sport is something that really helps me in that direction, and especially running for the last year and a half.
And how you ended up like founding the business, so to say? How you got the idea in the first place? And do you mind sharing the name, the story?
Yeah, sure. I found that story interesting, and I would try to summarize it as much as I can, so it stays interesting for you. So first of all, it was October 2022. A friend of mine mentioned a mentorship program called Mentor the Young, and she said, you know what, that's a free mentorship program which main goal is to popularize the mentorship in Bulgaria. and to connect individuals from 18 to 25 with professionals with at least 5-year experience in their sphere. And it's completely free for us. And I say, okay, why not? At that point, I've just started my first, let's say, corporate job, something more serious. I signed up for the program, and the spheres that you can follow there, the most popular ones were entrepreneurship, self-growth, also human resources, because by that time I was following human resources economy in the university.
How long was the program?
Yeah, it's 3 months. It's 3 months.
Program.
Yeah, I started with these ideas, entrepreneurship, also something like sustainability, because I was a member of the eco club in my university, and also human resources because I was studying that. I was not passionate of. We started. I had no real idea how this could affect my journey, my learning plan, and my career growth. But I said it's free, and it requires from myself at least 1 hour a week investment.
Okay.
So yeah, I cannot see a way that I cannot benefit from it.
So you put this as a goal there, like in the first place. You had the idea, I want to open like a vending spot, and you put it as a goal back then, like 1.5 years ago?
No, not really. I had by that time I had no idea that I would ever dream of invest myself in entrepreneurship. My goal was just to attend this free program, and then my first mentor, the moment that the organizers connected myself to, she is actually a project manager and owner of a co-working space in a city in Bulgaria, Stara Zagora. So yeah, we started to work together. Actually, I was still a teenager by that time, or my mindset was felt that way, because she started calling me and said, okay, let's set the meetings each week, and discuss the topics that we would like to cover, the goals we would like to set for these 3 months, and then to to start following them, to make a roadmap, to make a plan. What about me? Yeah, I was trying to hide that I have no idea what's happening exactly, and to hide that I don't really know why I signed for the program.
And I have a question, like let's just try to keep it a little bit brief.
Yeah.
What were the 3 biggest takeaways that you got, like from the program, from the first season, from the season that you attended?
All right. Yeah, sure. Okay, and now I'm going to rush from this lady, my first mentor,
I'll keep the question.
to the key takeaways and the results afterwards. So yeah, there was a book that she advised me to read and helped me a lot.
Which one?
I can mention it at the end if you have
You can mention it now.
I can mention it now. Yeah, it's the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins. The idea that you should take act in the next 5 seconds that the idea comes to your mind. Otherwise, it's going to evaporate. So yeah, started working with her, and she said, so entrepreneurship is finding a need, solve it, and benefit from it. That was the first definition that I got. My first assignment was go on the internet and find the definition for entrepreneurship, what people thinks it is. I said, all right, fine, let's go. That's the shortest thing that I found, and the easiest to comprehend. So yeah, she said, okay, do you see a need around yourself that you would like to solve? By that time, I did not, but I started looking for a need. And I saw a vending machine that was full of oranges, and as soon as you enter the coin, it takes like 30 seconds to cut the orange, squeeze it, and make it into orange juice, into a fresh orange juice. So yeah, afterwards I saw in my university, attending the lectures, that the people my age were drinking a lot, that were drinking a lot of fresh. So I said, okay, I'm going to put a vending machine in my university.
Okay.
And it's a big university, so there is a lot of traffic, and it's going to generate money. So for the next 1 year with this mentor, and the next one, I was working solely on this idea, communicating with the university and owners of vending machines for fresh, and also the ones owning other places except for the university. I was consulting myself with other mentors from the program, and etc. So after 1 year, I got the approval from the university to take part in a how can I say, when you bet for money for one specific place, Turk. Yeah. Auction, yeah, exactly. Yeah, for an auction.
About the space there.
About the space, yeah, in the university. By that time I've started the company with the name. It was a wider one. It was vending 032, and 032 is the code for our city, Plovdiv. Yeah. So I got everything started. I've written business plan. I've also attended another entrepreneurial event where I've gathered a team of 5, able weekend activator, and we worked on the idea. We write the whole business plan, the whole journey that we should take until we have the break even, start benefit from it, and etc. And actually, by the time I should have applied in the auction, I prepared all the documents and paid all the taxes for participation.
Okay.
And I've went through a massive
realization.
Yeah, massive internal change, and I decided not to invest myself in this. The thing that I worked whole year for.
Okay, you just how you ended up like with this decision?
Yeah. Let me try and pack it in words. I've went for half a month in the mountains. It was a long mountain journey in Bulgaria, trek, or should I say hike, because trekking is when there is a trail, and it's sometimes hiking and trekking there. So yeah, we actually got together. It's a nearly 650 kilometer walk in Bulgaria, and we only had 14 days for it. So yeah, it wasn't easy, but it gave me the time to think and understand that no business is worth, in Bulgaria we say, marrying it. Like if you engage for this business, like get engaged for this business, it's not gonna be worth it. You should keep progressing in each spheres. Maybe invest a bit more time in the business, but do not forget other things. And with this idea for the oranges and the fresh orange machine business, I was going to commit too much and spend all my time carrying oranges in the university, renting their spaces to keep them, and etc. I have no doubt that it was going to get a good profit, but it wouldn't worth my freedom, let's say, my free time. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Just one final words about like Mentor the Young, the program itself. Would you recommend it to another person? And what do you think? Do you consider going from a mentee to a mentor?
I think that's a good question, because exactly, if I haven't emphasized enough on this, I would suggest to attend this program at all costs. Like even today, I have less time for sleeping, but I would again, I have again actually last week applied for the next season.
Okay.
Because
As a mentor or as a mentee?
no, still as a mentee. I think there is a lot that I could learn from elder people and professionals. But I would really dream of if I have the opportunity to be a mentor in like the next season or the next few months. But on the other side, I found that I still have some knowledge that I would like to transfer to someone else, and I've applied for a T-Innovator program. It's called a program called T-Innovator. It's again mentorship program, but it's connecting.
Bulgarian-based,
Yeah, it's Bulgarian based, and however they actually accept mentors all over the world. So you can go and apply T-Innovator, and you can connect with a student that's 11th or 12th grade. So if we can say that would be 17, 18, and they start looking for their career path. So I think that I have some knowledge that I could give to a certain student. So that's why I would stay a mentee in Mentor the Young and transfer my knowledge as a mentor in T-Innovator, helping a student. So yeah.
And I want to ask
yeah.
another question because you mentioned ABO. I was part of the accelerator program of ABO. ABO Activator is the name last year, exactly a year ago. And how you ended up in ABO? Do you mind sharing a bit more about it? I've talked about ABO like in previous episodes.
Yeah, sure. My first mentor that I've mentioned, she suggested the Activator, the full program that you had the chance to attend, and I saw that by that time I was really not having the time to spend 6 weekends straight focusing on this business task. And I heard of the weekend activator. So it's basically the whole 6 weekends summarized in 48 hours, in which you can turn your idea into a real business plan. And we were 30 participants, and all of them pitch an idea, and your main goal is to gather a team to work these 2 days on your idea. Of course, you can benefit a lot if you work for someone else's idea, but the chance that you continue with the idea is higher. So yeah, I was lucky and got the people working on mine, the vending machine for fresh business, for orange fresh business. And yeah, I've learned a lot through this process. We started validating even there in Stara Zagora for a few hours. It turned out to be really good, and this gave me the momentum to continue working. It was let's say June, and I continue active work until August. On the vending machine for the fresh. So after I decided to quit the idea for the fresh, I still had a lot of knowledge on the vending business and talk with a lot of people. And actually, I can tell you how I ended up with the current business I have opened. Yeah, that's vending 032. Vending 032 is basically a vending machine spots for products that are easy to be get at a lower price with a high customer satisfaction. And if I should elaborate on this, the machines are digital. You order through a touch screen, which is not something significant for the world, but for our small country, you cannot see that kind of machines here in most places. Like
also a card payment is in there, which is actually, not as popular as like in other countries.
Exactly. Yeah. It's card payment only. And on the other side, the idea that I ended up investing in the machines was that while I was talking regarding the vending machine for the oranges, for the fresh, I saw a place that was on the first floor of my granny's building, and there was just a number and it said for rent. And by that time I was talking with nearly 5 to 7 people a day because it was part of the mentorship program. Like, if you want to increase your sales skills, you should cold call up to 10 people a day. And it was an assignment from my mentor. So I started calling, and I found it like a good opportunity to just practice my, let's say, negotiation skills, my sales skills. So I called. I had no idea if I need this or not. I just saw a number and a text for rent. A lady answered and said, hello, and I explained what I'm calling for, what I'm asking, and what's the rent of the place. She said 50 euro. That's 100 leva in Bulgaria. And I said, I had no idea how I could use it, but I just found it, that's a good bargain. Yeah. And like out of the blue, I said, 40 euro, and I'm going to rent it for 5 years if you would like to. She said, oh, that's a good offer. Like, no one is giving that much cash. Yeah, also, and yeah, we are paying cash. Like, it's ownership of the members of the building. Like, we don't need documents and stuff. And that's another topic. If you'd like, I can speak a bit more. When is the right time to like documentally legalize your business? When you should turn it from like a side hustle to a company and start paying taxes, because in Bulgaria it doesn't work the way that's it in most of the world. Like, let me not distract myself from the storyline. So yeah, I called her, offered 40 euro for it's like a garage, like 15 square meters, something like that. And
handshake, everything good?
Not really. She said, I'm not quite sure. I should speak to the lady that's like managing the finance of the building. I said, okay, which is this lady? She quoted a name, and I said, oh, is it like her daughter, this girl? And she said, yeah. So she was my ex-school member, like. Yeah, she was ex-mate, ex-classmate. Yeah, and I called her, asked for her mother's phone. So we if I should summarize, long story short, she gave her approval. Okay. We got that space, like an office, little office, like a garage, for 40 euro. And actually, that's when I called you and I said, let's invest together. So like if it's 40 euro. It's something that little that you can always say, I have a lot this month and I cannot invest myself into this. It should stay for the next month. Yeah, yeah. So I ask you, would you like to like invest together in this and start something together? Like no matter what, just we should validate, shake hands on something and continue together. And you agreed. Actually, yeah, we rented the place for 3 years, and we gave ourselves like 2 months, I think, or a month and a half, to figure it out. And afterwards, on a networking event of Mentor the Young, I saw a person that was responsible for machines for delivery, like not the delivery man coming to your
the post boxes.
Exactly, post boxes. Yeah, you enter a code that's being sent to your phone, and it opens, and it's much easier. So he told me that. They are currently expanding the map, their spots, and they're looking for places. So yeah, he said that they're offering 40 euro, exactly 40 euro, to put to rent. It was like 1 square meter or 1 square meter and a half, just a little place to put the machine and people to collect their boxes from there. And the only like requirement was to be 24/7. That was the main key selling point of their product, of their business idea actually. And yeah, we talked together, and we said that if until the end of the second month that we have rented the space, we are going to settle for this and then start thinking for something else. Because no matter what, if it's losing money, it's losing money. Like, don't wait for the best idea. You just have to deliver today. Yeah. So yeah, done is better than perfect. Yeah. So that's when we got in contact together. I asked him to give me the phone of the lady responsible for the contract. We signed the contract. They put the machine, and in the contract it was written that they were offering this machine, a bit bigger machine that we have talk of on this networking event, for 40 euro, for 80 level. And I phoned him and said, you know what, we like, okay, that's fine. However, on the event we talked about we shake hands like for a smaller machine. Should it be like the rent should be higher or the machine is smaller? And they offered a bit more money. So they offered 60 euro. And at that point we signed the contract for the bigger one. It's getting just 2 square meters, just a small place from the whole one. And we were profiting 20 euro. Afterwards, it was open 24/7, and I was just thinking, what can we
do with the remaining space?
Exactly. Yeah, so I bought these machines from my second mentor, from Mentor Yang. He imported them from China for. I think it would be interesting, if I talk with numbers. What do you think?
But no, I don't think like. I just want to close it regarding the business. I have another question.
Right. Yeah. So sorry for taking too long.
It's a little bit hard to take the word from you.
Sorry about that.
Because I realized today we have like an amazing director. And he mentioned that we're running out of time, so let's try to keep it and concise. I want to get to the topic about volunteering. How important is it to you? As basically, from what I remember, you were part of some events as a volunteer for different organizations, different projects. Do you mind speaking a bit more about them? But
Sure. Yeah, of course.
How important is like volunteering for you? What do you think about it? Different opportunities.
I'm glad you're my brother and I know you, because otherwise, if I'm being invited to a podcast that people say, look at the clock, I would just start considering if my idea was worth spreading. So we know the situation about volunteering. It's something that I highly recommend. I've been a volunteer in a TEDx event back in December 2022, and currently it gave me the inspiration to organize a kind of TEDx event. It's called Bag of Concepts, but for much wider audience, like for nearly 350 people. So volunteering is essential. You should try it, give it a chance, and the best things in life cannot be bought with money. Like it's something that everyone says it, but it's true.
I was going to ask you at the end of it about one event recommendation that is taking place in the coming weeks, months. So you mentioned this one that you're co-organizing. Tell me a little bit more about it, the guests, like the topic, the purpose of it.
Sure. We're keeping the TEDx format. We're just not using their license because they have a limitation of 100 guests at the event, and we have a bigger room. We have a room for 500, and we are currently aiming 350 people. There would be 10 to 12 speakers. Each one would have 15 to 18 minutes for the talk. We have currently acquired a person that's really famous in Bulgaria, actually, exactly in the podcast niche. That's Georgi Nenov.
Okay.
Actually, he's following the Superhuman podcast. No, he would be a lecturer. Exactly. Another one is Alexander Ivanov. You know, these names are just out of the blue, but these are people that are the best in their spheres, and to my knowledge, would acquire a lot of interest in the youngsters.
Okay.
So
And what is the audience exactly that you're aiming for?
We are aiming for students. We are aiming for students that are between, let's say, everything above, I suppose, 16 to exactly 35 is our aim. And it would be a one-day event from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. A standard
And the goal is
TEDx
to
one.
inspire, as far as I understand.
Yeah,
To share
the goal is
successful
exactly
stories, so
to
say.
ignite
Okay.
the sparkle in the students to listen to a story that you don't need to have everything to start. Like
They might
just start
relate
for
to.
the grain. Yeah, start granularly, and yeah.
Okay, and another thing, another event that actually took place 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Zagrežden Film Fest. Do you mind like
Yeah.
speaking a bit about it?
Yeah, sure. That's something that actually you found it together with our operator, Sashko.
Alex?
Yeah. It's quite an interesting one because its main goal is to popularize culture in for people that are not so used to it. Like, if we have to elaborate, people our age, okay, they're engaged with things that are trendy, that you know, that get the hype and afterwards come to you. But Sashko is something different. He studied films in Scotland, and he went back to his small village that have only like 100 people.
Beautiful place.
And yeah, for sure, beautiful place. And but people are running away because as economy works in our country, people are going to the urban areas. Yeah, and there the cinema have not been open for 30 years, and that's something that Sashko thought, and the need of the youngsters. And he said, how can we connect them? Yeah, with a party. So that's how we got founding an NGO that's connecting exactly this, connecting culture in an interesting way in the rural areas, in the villages, in the
We will
forest.
speak with him like in an upcoming episode.
Great,
One day.
great.
So yeah, another thing I was going to ask: how important for you is balance? Balance between work, between family chores, let's say, between hobbies.
Yeah,
Are you
a good
person of
question.
balance? Other question. Okay.
No. Actually, a good question. I said, yeah, it's a good question exactly for me because the answer would be the hardest to give. I lose the balance. I find the balance by jumping from polar to polar. I don't know if you get me, but like
being super active and then having a super rest day.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like just I cannot just keep the balance and work for 8 hours a day or 7 hours a day as people do. I either spend 24/7 and then subtract myself from society for a week, let's say.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. So yeah, I'm not the person of balance, but if you can find the balance, if you have any tips, I would greatly appreciate them.
Okay. And yeah, speaking about hobbies, what are your main things that you do in your free time in these weeks that you have like after?
That's a good question. To be honest, I don't find enough free time. Like, I really enjoy reading books, but I don't have the time to stay at one place to stop my, let's say, my brain from thinking about all the things that I have to do, which is a problem. I admit it, but not to like give myself извинения.
Excuses?
Not to give myself excuses, exactly.
We're going to have to put this.
Yeah, we will do. Not to give myself excuses, I started listening to books a lot. So
this is a thing that you do in your free time.
yeah, exactly. Free time. Actually, I listen to a lot of books while I'm driving, when I get up, before I go to bed. I have actually a really funny routine that I managed to keep for more than a year. That it was inspired by this book, The 5-Second Rule. That as soon as you have the idea, you have to take action. So I said to myself, as soon as I wake up from bed, as soon as I hear my alarm, because there are a lot of topics that, like snoozing your alarm can ruin your life, let's say, or not making your bed can ruin your life. These are small things that actually are really important. And yeah, so I decided to implement in my schedule that as soon as I wake up, I turn on the audiobook for 7 minutes while I'm making 50 push-ups and while I'm brushing my teeth with my left hand, because it's something unusual and it helps you wake your brain. Also, the push-ups get your heart beating faster, and you actually also wake your body, wake your brain. Yeah. So,
how you decided to change which was the book or the
yeah,
how you ended up
exactly. I mentioned it a bit ago. It's the 5-second rule
it's by the same book. Okay.
Yeah, it's Mel Robbins. Actually, I've read a lot of books afterwards, like the Power of Habits, Atomic Habits, all the Robert Kiyosaki books, all the Brian Tracy books. Yeah, the self-growth sector. But the one that really, that really light me up was the 5-second rule.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing. And yeah, while we are on the topic still, I was going to ask you at the end about one book recommendation, and again, why? Would you? Is it? No, share another book besides this one. Just one, and yeah, don't think too much.
Yeah, sure. Actually, I have written my scenario, and that was everything I could say. No, I'm joking. So the book that I would like to recommend and resonated a lot with me was it's Simon Sinek. Yeah, he's really inspiring me. I've heard from him from the TEDx speeches. It was something like why you should start with why. Or something like this. Always start with why. Yeah, something like this. It's nothing life-changing, but at that point of my life, reading these stories helped me progress and inspired me.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing.
Yeah, and another one actually, if you allow me the time, yeah, it's actually the Alchemist. It's Paulo Coelho's book. And first, I've read it when I was first or second grade. Our mother.
We were way too young for that book back then.
We were pushed by our mother to read books, and she heard all around her, oh, my kids are reading books and etc. But they were reading like Harry Potter and Twilight and etc. And she gave us Paulo Coelho.
The books that she was reading at the time.
She gave us books that were interesting for a 50-year-old, and she gave us the books. And for me personally, I stopped reading for like 10 years, and afterwards reading this book again, I saw everything that was unseen by that time, and it helped me change. So my advice is, if you don't like a book, but a lot of people do, give it another chance. Read it at a different time of your life. So don't quit.
And yeah, I was going to ask you about what advices would you give to a future, so to say, entrepreneurs, or not only to future entrepreneurs, let's say to people that are after, let's say, high school, and they're kind of hesitating what to do, where to go next, don't have a clear path in their mind.
Yeah, I don't think I have a lot of experience generally. But I think I have a lot of experience gained from wrong choices, or choices that have had the potential to be really wrong. And one of them, that was when I was graduating, I was with the mindset that I hate studying. I hate studying, and I would not join university ever again. And as soon as I graduate in high school, I would like to start working, and then work on some projects, but not be in a specific organization such as university.
So kind of, if I can rephrase it and summarize it, is just take action and do the choices even if they're wrong, like you learn a lesson from it. Is this the message that you're trying to send, or
To some point, yeah, but not really. Exactly for this one, it was a lot of people around me, my friends, explained, just stay in Bulgaria. Like, don't go abroad to work. Stay here. Try the universe. Like, you're not choosing. You're not losing a lot. And I started it, and I could not dream for a better choice. So yeah, first of all, I would suggest listen to yourself. However, if there are people that inspire you, you look like their choices look right, and they suggest you something, give it a year. Like give it time, try it. So yeah, that's the first one. Regarding entrepreneurship, I think we learned this lesson together that don't start the business because you have the resources. Start it when there is a need and a problem to solve. Because we had the place with a really small rent, but we're still losing it for these 2 months because we didn't have the idea. Like, don't take the bargain because it's the best bargain. Take it if it's for you. That's something I would suggest.
like,
Something else?
You have to know when to say no to.
Exactly, yeah. It's better to say no to a very good deal, because it can result in not just losing this little benefit that you take, but losing a lot more, not only to your time. And if I should give us a small example, that was buying the machines. Like, I've launched them like nearly a month ago, but the previous 2 months I was 24/7 invested into solving the problems with the software, solving hardware problems, speaking with the Chinese people that produce it, and I started a new job, a new occupation, and I was, in my few days, I was training. I had to travel from our capital, from Sofia to Plovdiv. In the meantime, speak with the Chinese people, speak with people that are masters in this vending sphere for the city, and no one could solve my problem. Like, the key takeaway here is you have to calculate the risk of being the first one to do something. Could be like the biggest benefit, and also can be the biggest nightmare if there is no one to ask, no one to help you, no parts in the country, in the city, and no one to help you. Like, I don't know why, but people didn't have this attitude to help you with everything, and so yeah, just you should make a plan, be a bit braver than the plan, and yeah, follow your path, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. My biggest benefit from these machines are the lessons. I don't expect them to make me a millionaire, or I don't know, to some point how I see things. I understand that maybe they could never reach the break-even point because they were a significant amount. Yeah, they were digital and etc. And now are investing in advertisements and like visuals outside the building and etc. But I put my heart in everything of it, and I'm not doing it from the money, like, to some point. Currently, I'm working a corporate job to finance my side hustle, which is actually a hobby that I spend money on. So yeah, that's not a really good entrepreneurial example, but lesson. But I benefit from being in contact with the accounting team, like the accountant, also finance, also like to some point the software of the machine, like buying and selling products, calculating margins, paying my taxes and etc. that usually people my age don't deal with. So yeah. I think it's part of the process.
Yes, and thank you very much for sharing that. And another thing, I was just going to ask you, where from now? Are you planning to expand it? Maybe to, if everything's going fine, to like rent another place and to expand, or do you just want to do it like leave it like this?
Of course, I'm always looking for next step. However, I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be with the machines. I should give them at least half a year to really validate this like the path they're going to follow, because currently they're operational for 3 weeks or a month. They have like, I don't know,
A few servers.
they have like 90, 100 euro in sales, not a profit revenue. However, look at this, like compare it to this 40 euro rent, 100 euro, 100 sales in revenue is something good. And I haven't even put the branding outside. Yeah, so people cannot know that the machines are there unless they go inside and take their package from the box.
I think we'll need to do another episode maybe in a few months' time.
Yeah, exactly,
just
on
to
this
see
topic.
how the things are going with it.
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah, let's do it. Maybe in Finland next time.
Yeah, I would love to visit Finland and be a guest of the podcast.
Feel invited.
I'm not sure if I managed to actually answer your question, because you asked me the next steps, about the next steps, and I said I should first validate this one, and there is the opportunity of me buying the other set of vending machines from this my ex-mentor, because he's not using them. They're just staying in front of his building, like on the outside, and the weather conditions are ruining them.
Okay.
So that's a path that could be taken if they're working, and I see the like the need of people to actually be digital and etc. Because people in Bulgaria might not have the mentality and the need to be digital and to press like on a screen, on a touch screen. They could be really fine with pressing buttons and etc. So first validation. Also, I'm looking for currently I would like to try everything. Like, I'm not expecting to benefit with money. I expect to benefit with experience. Like starting the NGO, the Grassland Film Fest, also organizing the Bag of Concept event in Sofia. It's not even for profit. The money from it are going to be donated to a certain cause, and the cause actually is going to be again youngsters and students that want to follow their university maybe in a foreign country or in a university in Bulgaria. That should be that's expensive for them. So we are going to give them this ability. So
great. Thank you very much for sharing, and I think we're running a little bit late on time.
Sure.
So thank you very much for the talk. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much for the listeners or viewers of the video. And I hope you enjoyed the talk, and have a great week ahead.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Thanks.